Nithyananda, welcome to a new series of program. We are starting on this Nithya Kriya. And today I'm going to give you an introduction what is Nithya Kriya, then we'll do the first Kriya, okay? So, which is mental clarity and emotional stability. So welcome to Kailasa, Singapore. My name is Nithya Dugananda and you can call me Ma Duga. So today is 7th of September 2022. I waited for Paramashivam level 3 to be completely finished so that we start a fresh new series in a new month. So let me see. I want to extend my welcome to all the people who are joining me online, also via Zoom. And there are some people coming here, they're lost in some, they went to the temple and they got lost. Our visitor from Hong Kong. Anyway, so they will start, they're here already. Never mind, let them walk in. So all of you, please turn on the camera when you're ready. Okay, so shall we sit with the back straight? We will start by centering ourselves first. Okay, so align the whole neck, head and spine in one straight line. Bring awareness to this body, from head to the toes, your fingertips. Be physically present in this body, because we're going to connect with this body at a very, very deep level. So be physically present in the body. And start connecting with your breath awareness by breathing in very slowly and deeply. Let the breathing integrate this body and mind to the space of now, the present moment. See, only in the space of now you can actually be totally unclutched. It is also in the space of now you collapse the time dimension and take a jump to the higher dimension, okay, into the space. Because we're going to enter into the space where all kinds of possibility happens. So I want all of you to now establish in the present moment through your breath awareness and your physical body awareness. The breath holds the key to bring you back to the present. So slow down the breathing and bring awareness of the two gaps between incoming breath, outgoing breath, and incoming breath. As Swamiji said in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, in the first sutras, Patanjali said, yoga begins now. You can only enter into yoga at the present moment. Otherwise, your body is here, your mind is somewhere else. So that is not yoga. Okay? So let us take a few minutes to center ourselves in the present moment before we can open up to all possibility for healing, for rejuvenation, for manifestation, anything we are doing in this session. The first few minutes are important for establishing, so don't rush. Always come early to establish time for settling down. Enter into the space of listening, authentic listening, where you do not judge yourself, your past, your future. No judgment of the past and no greed for the future. Just be. Just be means totally in the present. That space is what you need to be at this moment. In the present moment, you collapse time and enter into the space. In the space of restful awareness, I'd like you to join the palms together in Abmajali Mudra. Put it in front of the heart chakra, Anahata. Let's invoke Swamiji by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamutim Dvandvatitam Gaganashatrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Followed by 3 times the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Connect with Swamiji in our third eye and pray to him sincerely to allow you to experience this powerful Kriya in the series. Today is the first Kriya we're introducing, so requesting for him to give us the spiritual experience, whether it's for healing, for bringing mental clarity, or for emotional stability, and in the space of oneness with him. When you're done, you can slowly, very slowly open your eyes. Welcome. We're now live also on a few social media platforms. I welcome all the people who are joining me from the various social media, apart from people here at the Anina, as well as we're friends from the Zoom. So now let's enter into the content, completing with all of you that we started late. Let's go to the next slide. So what are we covering in the first session? First, because many of you are very new to Nithya Kriya. So I want to introduce formally what is a Kriya and then take you to the deeper understanding of what is Nithya Kriya. Why it's so powerful, okay? And then I will give the Shasta Pramana, and then I will share briefly what Swamiji has gifted 108 Kriya, Nithya Kriya to humanity in 2011, okay? And today we are going to practice the very first one, and then I'm going to give some practice guideline, and then at the end we will have a sharing, okay? So next slide, let's enter into what is a Kriya. So some of you who are already practicing yoga, you will understand what is a Kriya, okay? But nevertheless, I'm just going to give the definition so that everybody are on the same page. So a Kriya refers to a set of practices, mainly breath control techniques, like involving certain pranayamas, and exercises. It could be in a form of dynamic meditation, it could be in a form of asanas. So these are, and also it could be involving mantras, okay? So they are practiced to achieve a specific outcome, whether it's for purification, or whether it's to calm the system down, or whether it's to detox, so whatever may be the purpose of the Kriya which is designed for, okay? So the key word, Kriya, is a Sanskrit term that means completed action, Okay, next slide. Now, what is Nithya Kriya? Understand how Swamiji gave this gift to the world. See, when Swamiji was illegally imprisoned in 2010 March, that was the start of the religious persecution. I think in April he was put in prison for 53 days. In that 53 days, he did not go, doing nothing. Swamiji is, as an avatar, his inner space, constantly contributing. So while he was kept in the prison, what he did was he took a lot of these yogic texts and he started, devising this Nithya Kriya. Okay, that's how it gave birth to 108 Nithya Kriyas. Okay, see, Swamiji said, even you put me in prison, I still liberate you. So that was like, so what you're going to practice is one of his, what do you call it, contribution during those days where he was put in the prison in 2010. Okay, so Nithya Kriya is a unique set of healing processes. It's mainly designed to heal a lot of common ailments in the modern age. Because in this age, because of the nature of not only just the karma, but also the nature of the pace of the lifestyle and the pollution, the what you call that, the whole food chain as well as the whole environment, summation of everything, create a certain vibration in, not only within our body, but also the environment we're living in. Understand? So, because of that, certain like diseases, chronic diseases, as well as mental disorder, disturbances, are created because of the kind of lifestyle we're living now. So Swamiji, what he did was, he looked at some of the most common ailments on planet Earth right now, in the last 50 years, till now. And he basically studied the yogic texts and came up with a whole series of kriyas, which gives healing processes to many of these common ailments, which you don't even need to go and see some doctors. And if you do practice and you do it sincerely, you can just walk out of some of the so-called chronic diseases. Okay, one of which is diabetes. We had a lot of successes, I would say, success story for people who did this Nithya Kriya for diabetes. They just simply walk out of diabetes and forever liberated from taking the medicine. So the question is whether you have the patience and the discipline to follow through the lifestyle and get yourself out of the whole, basically the unconsciousness which you created the disorder or disease. Okay, so Swamiji is gifting all of us a unique set of healing processes with knowledge and technique drawn from the most authentic sacred yogic scriptures of Hinduism. That's why during the imprisonment, he was just plowing through all the yogic texts, like some of which including, Yoga Sutra, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda, Samhita, and Shiva Samhita. So all these yogic texts which give very powerful techniques. And what he did was he basically tested on his own body. Okay? That means he tested first, okay, it works on his body. And he even told us that, let's say he wants to heal diabetes. He has to create the body with diabetes and you practice this and he walk out with it. To that extent, he has gone through. Okay? So it's quite amazing. So basically, many of these kriyas are actually compiled and expressed through Swamiji's personal experience. Okay? It's not like he just pluck here and do it. He actually tested on his body before he shared it with the world. So please understand, to me, having practiced some of the Nithya Kriyas, I'm forever grateful to him because it helped my role as a healer as well as a yoga teacher. It complements, add another depth to the healing process. Okay, because it's all based on the authentic yogic scriptures. Okay, that's my personal sharing. Next. So Kriya is neither a technique nor non-doing or Upanishad, not just sitting in silence, Nope. It is all three put together and something more. Okay? So understand you have to experience it in order to understand what exactly it is. Words cannot describe fully what is a Kriya till you experience it. And different Kriyas give very different experiences. Okay? Next. So here, Swamiji said that here are the 5 components that work in unison to create intended effect on the body. He said that one is breath, visualization, asana or body movement, okay? That means body work. And sound, mantra, sound from inside the mantra and sound from outside the music. Play certain music, right? So these are a combination of all that. And the healing achieved by Nithya Kriya is permanent and it works on the cellular biomemory level. Understand? It's not just some scratching the surface. It goes very deep into, the different layers of your existence. So besides healing, the Nithya Kriyas have a very powerful permanent effect on your very brain functioning because besides healing the disorder, let's say you're having depression or you have some kind of anxiety or some kind of disturbance in the mind, you also awakens the Kundalini shakti and makes your whole brain rewired. That means the non-mechanical parts of the brains get awakened by the Kundalini shakti. Okay, so all the Kriyas will lead you to awakening of Kundalini shakti. Understand? Because only when the Kundalini energy is awakened, the healing can happen. Okay, next slide. So here's the Shastra Pramana. It's taken from Yoga Chudamani Upanishad, verse 116. It says, for him who is possessed of pranayama, there will be the destruction of all diseases. For those devoid of pranayama, there will be the generation of all diseases. Okay? So here in this Upanishad, it says the importance of getting into pranayama. After you have started your physical asana, the next level of purification is pranayama, because pranayama works on the mind. Okay? Purification of the mind can only happen through pranayama. You can purify the body with all the diets, all the yoga asanas, good, some breathing, but pranayama works on purification of the mind. Next slide. So here are the 108 Kriyas. So many, I'm not going to go through them. You can actually go to Google and the whole list are there. But, learning how to practice them and making it work for you, it's I would say, the added knowledge if you are a yoga teacher. Okay, next slide. As you know that I'm a yoga teacher. So these are all the 108 Kriyas. Next slide. You can just browse through. Okay, there's so many. There are Kriyas for skin disorder, Kriya for muscular disorder, Kriya for infection, Kriya for stomach disease, Kriya for irritable bowel syndrome, Kriya for allergy, Kriya for cancer, Kriya for diabetes, whole bunch of Kriyas. Okay, even Kriyas for growing hair, Kriyas for eyesight, so all that are there. Okay, so today we are going to practice the very first Kriya, which I think everybody will appreciate. Okay, next slide. So here's a practice guideline. Okay, if you are, like many of us are already doing our regular yoga routine, okay, so do this Kriya right after your Nithyananda Yoga. That means after you finish your, whether it's Pratama Vinasa Krama or DVK, just sit down and do this Kriya. Okay? It will take you to the depth of that purification. However, there are many people who don't practice yoga. Okay? Raise your hand. Who is one of them? Come on. Own up. This is what I suggest. First, do 10 minutes of dynamic movement. Shake the body. Because that shaking of body, will throw you back to the present moment. It awakens a lot of unused energy or blocked energy. Just basically awakens the chakras as well. So that is what we're going to do now. Okay, before we enter into Kriya, I'm going to do that because for everybody, at least some of you who have not done, see, if I can go straight to the Kriya, some of you will not have the depth or the experience. Then you say, hey, it doesn't work for me. So I have to make sure everybody start on a base level. So we'll do this 10 minutes body shaking first. Even though I've done my yoga in the morning, I've done 1 hour yoga in the morning, but I cannot assume everybody is so disciplined like me to do the morning yoga, right? So out of my compassion, I added this 10 minutes so that all of you will have at least raised to a certain level of frequency, in purification. So when I enter basically the Kriyas, you will have intense experience. So before we enter into the practice itself, I would like Warai to play a 7-minute video on Nithya Kriyas. Okay, so let's start.
The science of Kriyas.
Blood flow, breathing air flow, thought flow. You have something called energy flow continuously happening in you. In this energy circulation, energy flow, if there is a disturbance in some part, for example liver, kidney or heart, intestine, at some part, if there is a disturbance in this energy circulation, that is when you start developing diseases and disorders and disturbances. Disease, disorders, disturbances expresses itself in different ways.
The human body has 7 circuits: blood circuit, circulatory system, nerve circuit, the nervous system, prana circuit, the respiratory system, digestive circuit, excretory circuit, reproductive circuit, and energy circuit. Of these circuits, the energy circuit is governed by the Kundalini energy. Though not spoken much by the medical science, but elaborate references have been given for Kundalini energy in the Vedic tradition. The Kundalini energy is the innate, immense potential energy in every individual that helps complete the energy circuit. How does Kundalini energy reach different parts of the body? Let us take the example of a water tank. A water tank is a structure which stores water. This water is distributed to different places through the pipelines, which forms a circuit. The pipelines end in outlet taps, through which the water reaches the end users. Similarly, the Kundalini energy reaches the different parts of the body through the 72,000 nadis or energy channels. Let's say, for instance, there is a block somewhere in the circuit of pipelines. Then what happens? There is no flow of water. Then you identify and correct the block. Even if the blockage is removed, water has to be pumped in for the flow to resume. Similarly, when there is a block in the energy circuit in the body, there is impedance to energy flow forward, and it results in disease in that particular organ. The Kundalini energy in our body is like the water in the water tank. Kriyas are powerful tools which help to remove the energy blockage and restore the energy flow. When the body is aligned in certain postures during Kriyas, the energy block is removed. Once the block is removed, the Kumbhaka pumps in the Kundalini energy, just as the water gets pumped in to the pipeline once the block is removed. When the energy flow is re-established, energy starts flowing and the disease is healed.
Now, if your body is put in certain position, that energy blockages get removed. The energy circulation, that plumbing gets properly aligned. The wiring gets properly aligned. After that, the Kumbhaka starts pumping the energy into that circuit. See, putting your body in certain asana makes the circuit blockage free. The circuit becomes perfect. But only through the kumbhaka, the energy gets pumped into the circuit. This is exactly the principle on which Kriya works.
Kriyas are a unique combination of asanas, pranayamas, and kumbhakas, wherein they are more effective than the individual asanas and pranayamas.
Even for few seconds, if the energy circuit route is aligned and energy is pumped, you are out of the disease. You are out of the disorder. You are free. These kriyas are not just ordinary asana, ordinary yoga postures, ordinary kumbhaka, ordinary pranayama. It is like two different chemicals. Separately, if you take, it may take 10 years for you to cure the disease. But mixed properly in certain combination, it removes the disease in 2 days, in one dosage.
The kriyas help to restore the energy imbalance, and which results in healing diseases. Kriyas help to heal the body, experience extraordinary powers, and to have spiritual experience in the body.
These kriyas are my unique contributions to the world. The kriyas have 7 ingredients. 1. Yoga. 2. Kumbhaka, pranayamas. 3. Visualizations. 4th, verbalization, means chanting of some mantra internally. See, internally when you create the sound, it's called mantra. Externally when you listen, it's called chanting. So, mantra, internal verbalization. 5th, chanting, external, the sound you are hearing. And 6th, now I am adding karanas, the different Shivatandava karanas. 7th, I am adding the recent discoveries of modern day gymming and weightlifting. So all these 7 put together, I work on your body and mind, creating yogic body and Vedic mind. Power, stamina, flexibility, physique, energy. All the 5 put together is yogic body. I am using all the 7 ingredients to create yogic body for you.
So now, all of you stand up now. Let's do some body work. Yes. So for 10 minutes, we are going to move the body. Okay? You want to spread out? All of you, please create some space so that you can have some kind of ready? I'm not seeing you standing up, all of you. Please stand up. Don't sit there. Really, I'm meaning it. Please sit there. Don't sit there.
Music videos going on text.
Come.
Watch uninterrupted. Try YouTube Premium.
Why are you going to play some music later on? Okay, I'll play the first one. Skeleton dance.
Are you playing something because I can hear background sound?
So, let's start now. 10 minutes. Shake the body.
Kande parasivana
The shape of you. Come on. Continue.
Can you hear?
Come now, follow my lead. 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 Come now, follow my lead.
Yeah. Yes. All right, so now let's get back to the slide. You guys have a good jumping. Raise your hand. You have good jumping. Wow, hot man. Okay, good. Now your energy is all awakened, ready to go into Kriya. All right, now let's get into the first step. So now let's enter into the Kriya. See, there are 4 steps to this Kriya. The first is you need to sit in this yoga asana called Vajrasana. See what the guy is doing now? Seated on the ankle posture. Okay? This is taken from Gheranda, Samhita, Upadesha 2, verse 12. So basically the technique is sit on the heels with the knees, ankle and big toes touching the ground, and you're like standing on this kneeling position. So you're sitting on your haunches, okay, with the spine upright. So we'll just stay there for 30 seconds. Just put a hand in Chin Mudra, Gen Mudra. Close your eyes, settle the breathing back to normalcy. So next time when you come for the Kriya, please make sure you have your yoga mat. Lay down, because you'll be doing yoga asana in combination with the pranayama. Okay, so settle down now for 30 seconds. The first step is to prepare you to enter into the Kriya. So come seated in Vajrasana. All right, let's go to the second step after 30 seconds. So the first pranayama is Nadi Sodhana, is also known as alternate nostril breathing. So go to the next slide. So the next slide, you need to still sit throughout the whole practice. You will be seated in this Vajrasana. So seated in this posture, you will be going through the Nadi Sodhana. Basically, put a hand in Nashika Mudra. So put the palms up, fold the index and the middle finger facing you. Okay. Then you close the right nostril. Okay, you're going to inhale through the left. Retain the breath, hold, and then open the right, exhale. Inhale again through the same nostril, the right side. Hold, retain inside, and then exhale through the left. You'll be doing this for 3 minutes. Start now, continue. I'm going to time. Nadi Sodhana, 3 minutes. Okay?
That means we just inhale from the right only, right?
No, left and right. Listen again. Inhale through the left. Hold. Open right, exhale. Inhale again through the right. Hold. Open left, exhale. So in left, out right. In right, out left. That's considered one cycle. Okay? 4 rounds, 4 steps to consider one cycle. Continue now. Remember to retain the breath. Judicially, don't over hold too long. All right, finish the last cycle. Okay. Finish the last cycle. Now I'm going to the next step now. Third step. Next slide. The next step is called Trishula Kumbhaka. It's taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 193. Okay? So it says, always inhale through the nostril and the mouth together at a time. So the three holes, that's why it's called Trishu. The Trishu is like a trident, right? So the three holes. This is called Trishula Kumbhaka, the removal of the triple suffering. And as explained by the Trishula Shiva, right? Of the Trishu of Shiva. So let me explain what you should do. So you should inhale nostril and mouth simultaneously like this. Close the mouth and hold the breath as long as you can till you can't hold anymore. Exhale only through the nostril. Mouth is closed. Okay? We'll do this for 7 minutes. You ready? We'll do it together. So still continue to sit in Vajrasana. Now start. So inhale through the three holes, the nostril and the mouth. At the end of the inhalation, close the mouth, hold the breath. Till you can't hold anymore, breathe out through the nostril only. The mouth is still closed. Continue breathing in this fashion. It's called Trishula Kumbhaka. Inhale through the three holes. Retain the breath by closing the mouth. Then exhale only through the nose. Okay, continue at your own pace. Alright, finish the last round. Then we enter into the last step. This one, most of us who are familiar with the Trineta Kumbhaka, anyway, I'll explain for the newcomers. This is a very powerful Kumbhaka, basically taken from Kumbhaka Padati, verse 192. It says, having inhaled through the left nostril, retain, inhale through the right nostril, retain, okay, and then through both nostrils, inhale and retain. Then only exhale through the left. This is Trineta Kumbhaka, the giver of the three siddhis, as explained by the Shiva, three-eyed Shiva. Okay, so you need to use both thumb. So you close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Don't take a full inhalation, take a little bit. Okay, inhale, retain, look at the third eye. Inhale again through the right. Lock and look at the third eye. Inhale through both nostrils. Lock, look at the third eye. Then exhale only through the left. The seventh step, okay? In through the left, hold, second step. In through the right, third step, hold, fourth step. Into both nostrils, fifth step, and hold. This is the sixth step. Exhale to the left. That's the seventh step. Okay. Now we'll start doing that for 7 minutes as well. Trineta Kumbhaka. Start now. Inhale to the left. Lock and look at the third eye. Inhale again to the right. Lock. Look at the third eye. Inhale both nostrils. Fully and lock and look at the third eye till you can't hold anymore. Release, exhale through the left. Start all over again. The seventh step. Do it comfortably, don't hold too long, okay? Should be relaxed when you're doing this Trineta Kumbhaka. Finish the last round and sit now. Sit in any comfortable meditative posture in silence for a few minutes and close your eyes. Just sit in silence. Allow the Kundalini energy to be awakened and infused tremendous inner potential energy to all the seven circuits in the body. Clearing whatever blockages in your seven circuits. Digestive, blood circuit, excretionary circuit, reproductive circuit, respiratory circuit, energy circuit. So all the seven circuits, just allow that to clear. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly, very slowly open your eyes. So how was it? You like the Kriya? Start doing every day, okay? You see such clarity, such unclogged space. And you become so stable. It's like Shiva, so stable and calm. So try this for 21 days. Do it daily, okay? After yoga, sit. It's only 17 minutes. 3 minutes for the for the Nadi Shodhana, and then another 7 minutes for the other Kumbhaka. So it's only maximum you sit is like 21 minutes. It's a very, very short and powerful Kriya. Okay? So do it. Spend another 21 minutes. Just do this Kriya and sit. You see so much healing happen, especially if those of you have a lot of inner chatters, restlessness, like a lot of mood swing. Especially, this Kriya is excellent for people who have mental disorder, like anxiety attack. The other one that I want to say is OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Do this Kriya. You will bring so much, not only in that silence, you will just break that, the mental setup of that compulsion to do something. You break that cycle. You break that pattern. But too bad. I've seen a few people in the Sangha are supposed to come, they never show up. Even announced, they never show up. So, which means they are not ready to be healed. Okay. So anyway, this will be shared in the YouTube. So if they missed it, they can go and still find to practice on their own. It's just that they don't get to do it, together as a group. So any other people who want to share? How was it? So all of you, please practice. And then you can share in the group chat so that we can see your progress in your experiences. Okay. So anyone from the online want to share? Zoom sir? Okay, looks like everyone is silent. Too much clarity and stability, emotional stability, nothing to say. To me, it's good news. I can end the session now. And we can go for makan food. Alright, so I will end with the Purna mantra. Please share in a group. Okay? So let's join the palms together. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Saubham Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Parka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Thank you.